Hi guys, how are you all doing? George back with another video, 10 LPs. As usual, only one blue note, and one almost a blue note. Yeah, so fire right away. First one isn't a blue note, but it was released by Tone Poets. I think maybe the end of 2023, I think it came out, and everybody was really enjoying it, and I didn't quite fancy it. Fantastic cover, and anyway, I'll show you. This isn't a Tone Poet, it's a UK copy. It's Serge charloff, Blue Serge. I got a lot of people really enjoying it. It was recorded in 1956. This is a 1986 UK. On Affinity, yeah, Affinity, down at my shop down the next town I got it from, I Love Supreme. 7 tracks on it. It's not got the big glossy cover that the Tone Poets has, but yeah, really good album. It's only £10, and I thought if I really like it, I may eventually pick up the Tone Poet, but Blue Serge. Great musicians on it. Blue Serge on baritone sax, which is not often a lead instrument. Sonny Clark on piano, Leroy Vinegar on bass, and Philly Joe Jones on drums, recorded in Los Angeles in 1956. So that was a good £10. VG plus. Real cool, smoothie jazz, laid back, if you get them. This one I've had a wee while, a couple of months, just kept it playing, and it's one of my favourite British. That's a wee bit loud, isn't it? British contemporary musicians. Yeah, it's well, Matthew Halsall, and it's called Fletcher Moss Park. This I think just came out in vinyl in 2021, reissued again in 2023. Originally out CD, I can't remember, 2015 approximately, I think it came out in CD. Matthew Halsall, I've got most of these albums now. He's absolutely brilliant. Custom label. This album I think was recorded, don't know the finer details, but it was over like 3 years, some of the tracks, 2010, 11 and 12. So I don't know if they were EPs or singles put out. So Matthew Halsall, he plays trumpet. He's got various musicians on here. Modal jazz, obviously he was a bit of a Miles fan, I think. Goes into a bit spiritual jazz, just great sounding. I mean, if you're into jazz in any form of jazz, try and pick up something by Matthew. All his albums I've got are brilliant. We've got 7 tracks on here. So we've got various musicians, quite a band of musicians, but it's a gentle album, it's smooth, and it's so Matthew on trumpet, we've got saxophone, Lisa Mallet on flute, we've got a harp player which gives it that spiritual jazz, piano, a couple of piano players, and they come in and out in different tracks, bass player, drums, a couple of drummers playing different tracks, a couple of violin players, cello. Yeah, if you can pick up anything by Matthew, is a must. Contemporary UK jazz. Now, a UK jazzman from the early 60s is Joe Harriott. Originally, I think Joe was from Jamaica originally and relocated in England in the early 60s, late 50s it would be. mid-50s, late 50s. Anyway, this is an EP. This is from an UK label called Jazz in Britain. And they find and pick up old tapes and make vinyl albums with them. Sound quality is a wee bit in and out in this really, but it's an EP. I call it a mini album because it's more like an album. But they use a nice flip back covers, 5 tracks on this. 4 of them are by Joe Harriott, who plays alto sax, and 1 track they play a Dizzy Reese song. We've got Les Condon on trumpet, piano player, bass, and Phil Seaman on drums. He's quite Joe Harriott plays. He goes right through the hard bop, spiritual, and free jazz. So it depends what you get from him. But what a great innovator of jazz music back in Britain in the 60s. Yeah. So anything by Joe Harriott again is pretty cool normally. So next one, this is the Blue Note. Didn't make it to the last bundle last time. Yeah, it's by Charles Lloyd, and it's called The Chapel, or Chapel. Comes in a lovely gatefold. Great liner notes. Yes, bit of an unusual faded Blue Note label there. Yeah, so Charles Lloyd Trio. He released 3 albums back in, I think, 2023, trio LPs recorded live with different musicians. And I half fancied this one at the time because it's got my favourite guitarist, Bill Frisell. We've got bass by Thomas Morgan, and Charles Lloyd plays tenor sax and alto flute, recorded in a chapel. Yeah, so he'd done 3 albums at the time, 3 trio albums, and I got one of them a couple of months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, and it was excellent. I love Charles Lloyd anyway, great Blue Note stalwart. Yeah, 5 tracks in this, and sorry, it's still a bit loud. This remote control just doesn't get to the right level. Yeah, you pick them up on eBay for about £14. It's sort of like a no-brainer anyway. Brand new, £14–15, I think, when they appear. Yeah, they were available as a box set, I think, the 3 albums at the time. Didn't quite fancy it, but I'm picking up these albums. So I want to pick up at some point. Chapel, Charles Lloyd. Can't go buy them again if you see these LPs, brand new. What a must. So I think I've taken a few LPs into my local shop. Can't remember what I've taken in. I'm doing that again, another wee swap with them. We trade, and this one he got in a couple of weeks ago, and this is the only album I've got in the swap at the moment, and it's Mal Waldron, Candy Girl. I think it's just been reissued. It's on Strut, I think, which is a French label. Yeah, it's not seen, I don't think it's seen the light of day a hell of a lot. I'll give you the hype sticker. Mal Waldron's Lost Heavy Funk Fusion album, recorded in Paris in 1975, featuring members of the Lafayette Afro rock band. New liner notes and whatever, so, which I've not got round to reading yet. Charles Lloyd. Yeah, so it was released in 75 in France on Strut label. I think it's seen the light of day a wee bit with different label. I think they changed the cover or whatever. There's 5 tracks on it. Yeah, so it's really funky. Charles Lloyd plays electric piano. Frank Abel plays Fender Rhodes. Lafayette Hudson plays bass, and Donny Donable plays drums. Real funky, you know what these jazz guys were doing into the 70s. A lot of them went funky, and yeah, it's not my favourite Waldron album, but yeah, nice one to have. Waldron, Candy Girl. Yeah, where are we now? Right, so my wee pal Marky Mark on the vinyl community, jazz guy, just showed about a week ago, he'd done a video, and I was just about to go to my bed, and I seen 10 to 11, he'd made a video. And Pure Pleasure, an audiophile label in the UK, got a bit of a sale on it now. Now, I probably half knew about it, but I mean, most sales are 20% or so, and it's just, I know they're there. But anyway, it's a 50% sale. So the sale's still going, but its titles are dropping off. I think Mark maybe got about 5 albums. So just before my bed, I went on and I got 3 LPs. And this album was really like hyped up at the time. I think it came out the tail end of 2023 on Sam Records. Originally released 65, is it? Yeah, I think 65 originally in Denmark. It got a release in 2021 again in Denmark, and Japan released it. But anyway, you probably all know who it is now. Sahib with the Danish National Orchestra, Danish National Radio Jazz Band. Finally got it. The thing was, I had it in my, about 2 or 3 months ago, I went, I've got to get the album, you know, it is, everybody's giving it good reviews, and looked on the Sam website, and it was sold out, and so I had it in my outbox on eBay, but it was like about £45, you know, and I think Sam Records sell it for about, when they've got it, €30, which is probably about £25, you know, so for postage and whatever. So anyway, when Marky showed this, right on it, I've got it, £22, and it was in my checkout, and Sam Records, all analogue, 180 grams, and you get a nice wee poster with it. Don't know if that was in the original LP or not. Yeah. Did I show the label? Don't think so. Sam Records. Sounds fab. Octave, is that Octave label? French label, Danish label will be. So fantastic album. 9 tracks on it or so. 3 on side 1, I think, 5 on side 2. The wee surprise on it at the end, it's a vocal, he does a vocal, and it's a little French girl, only lasts for 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, but not quite sure it needed little French girl, but anyway, a fantastic album. Sounds great, nice glossy sleeves that Sam Records do, and if you can pick it up, I would pick it up. So also picked out on the sale was this one by Cecil mcbee, Sextet, and it's called Music from the Source. And this is a belter album. It's probably my favourite album I'm going to show, I think, just about Cecil mcbee. Brilliant album. It's originally released on Enja Records. It's a label. So yeah, Pure Pleasure reissued. Don't know when they done it. Probably around 2018. Not very sure. That's some of the albums that Pure Pleasure have done. Yeah, one track on side one and two tracks on side two. Two written by Cecil McBee and one by Hal Galper. So the band is Cecil McBee and flute, tenor saxophone, Joe Gardner on trumpet and flugelhorn, Dennis Moorman on piano, Cecil McBee on bass. Did I say Chico Friedman plays sax, flute and tenor sax? Steve McCall on drums and Don Moye on conga. That is, yeah. Excellent album, really enjoying this. Great cover. And also what was playing in the background, it's really quiet. I don't know if it's went off or not. Is a big Strata East thing going on at the moment, and Pure Pleasure are that's part of their sale, their Strata East albums, and so I picked up this one by Charles Tolliver, Live at Slugs Volume 1. I got one of his albums, Music Inc., a couple of months ago, which I enjoyed, but it had a big band. This is just the four guys on it, and it's absolutely stunning album. That's it that you can't hear playing in the background. A couple of tracks on side one and one on side two. It was recorded in 1972. And the rest of the band, it was recorded in 1970, I think. Released in 72. Here's the band. Oh, there it is. So I've got Charles Tolliver on trumpet, Stanley Cowell on piano, Cecil McBee on bass, and Jimmy Jimmy Hops on drums. Great album. So I ordered the 3 albums and I left it a few days to calm down, went back to get, because they had volume 2 and some other stuff, and it was gone, unfortunately. So the albums, the last 2 were about £16 in the sale. Pure Pleasure used the best tapes they can get. It's generally all, well, I think they're always all analog. They try to get the master tape, obviously, and they sound fantastic here. £16, a no-brainer. So I went on eBay and picked up, a chap was selling 2 albums together, and Charles Tolliver again, Strata East, Pure Pleasure, and it's just called Charles Tolliver's All Stars. This is his first LP from 1960, and it sure is an all-star list with Gary Bartz, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter and Joe Chambers. Yeah, from 1968, great stuff. It's just the normal Strata label. You can just about see through there, the Pure Pleasure stickers. Yeah, recording 68. Fantastic. And in with this, I got last one, the Piano Choir on Strata East again, Handscapes Volume 2. And this is 7 piano players. All played, I think it's just piano or forms of piano. Released in 1975, and we have Ron Burton, Stanley Cowell, Nat Jones, Hugh Lawson, Webster Lewis, Harold Mabin, and Solenius Smith. And I think it's all forms of piano. There's a bit organ in there. Just got these the last couple of days. Just played a couple of times. But electric piano, but mostly grand piano, as you can see in the picture there. Really good. Quite frantic, the first track, and then it levels out a bit. 3 tracks on side 1 and 2 tracks on side 2. Again, I picked this up fairly cheap. So that's it for this period. enjoy your weekend. I think that album's finished and it's getting near lunchtime. So have a great weekend, guys. Catch you later. Bye then.